it's Tuesday. How's it going? Time for your favorite SASCHA to ramble about Imperial Guard. I hope you're all having a lovely day. Um, it's a beautiful, super hot day. Uh, I went to refill my gas tank and my car, and I just died. It was rough. Uh, but that said, just a tiny, tiny bit of housekeeping before I start today's ramble. Um, I have been actively applying for jobs over the past while, and I've gotten a few callbacks. So, that being said, my schedule may or may not change. I will definitely keep you apprised of all that. I might end up having to shift my SASCHA Speaks to another day, or I don't know. So I will futz around with it. If I end up getting hired, um, I might just end up having to put SASCHA Speaks on hold. I don't know. Hopefully, it won't be a problem. I might just make it later in the day, or pick another day, because Mal also streams on Tuesday evenings. I might just shift it to another day. Hello, Ryaskar. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope you're having a lovely day. So yeah, if my schedule changes, if I get hired, I will let you all know on the Twitters, or in another stream. So if you're not already following me there, please follow me, and that's the best way to keep updated. Let's see. Ooh, I'm sorry to hear that, Ryaskar. I hope it heals quickly. Sunburns are just the worst and terrible. And I remember years and years ago, I got a terrible sunburn on my shoulders, and it was just the worst. So I don't know. Make sure you use a lot of skin lotion and aloe vera, and hopefully that'll help a lot. Oh, yeah, that's not good, Ryaskar. Definitely not good. Yikes. Yeah, make sure you slather on some lotion. Yes, so if my schedule changes, if I get hired, I will let you guys all know. Wish me luck. I have a few interviews coming up, so that'll be fun. So, hello, Flora. Welcome. Hello, hello. Today's background music is courtesy of Cafe Music BGM channel on YouTube. I will post a link in chat. Be sure to check them out for your unintrusive background music needs. I'm a huge jazz fan, so that's why you get jazz. It's easy listening, and I love it, so you can't go wrong. So yes, as mentioned, the Imperial Guard won out on the poll on Twitter, so that is what today's presentation is about. This is full of my opinions, just one Griffin's opinions. If you disagree with things, if you disagree with any, yes, I will tell you about a Warhammer. Several Warhammers. If you disagree or anything, you are free to do that. I do not claim to be an expert in any sense or stretch of the word by any degree. I I have lots of friends who know more than I do, including Mal, um, and Ishmael, a regular chatter here. So, yes, definitely not an expert. Please don't regard me as one. Uh, and let's start. Let us start. So, the Astra Militarum, aka the Imperial Guard. What are they? They are the predominant military force of humanity in Warhammer 40k. I will show you a picture of the Death Corps of Krieg. Aw, thank you, Ryaskar. I appreciate that. That is one of the legions, which I will get to. There are likely billions of soldiers in the Guard, primarily composed of both recruited and conscripted humans from all over the galaxy, almost every planet that's been colonized by humanity in Warhammer 40,000. Usually what happens is that when a planet is colonized, it is terraformed as necessary, settled by the people of the Imperium, and when required, a new legion or regiment of the legion in that system will be raised from a planet's inhabitants. Hello, Miss Click, welcome! Welcome to my stream about the Imperial Guard. I'll start over. Usually what happens is that when a planet is colonized, it is terraformed as necessary, settled by the people of the Imperium, and when required, a new legion or regiment of the legion in that system will be raised from a planet's inhabitants. Typically, when they are attacked by the forces of chaos. Guard can range from specially trained shock troops, to commissars, to leadership, to the average person yanked off the street, handed a lasgun, and told to go shoot at anything that's not people. Which is quite literal. I've actually read it in a few stories. Oh, poor people. I would not want to live in the 40k universe. Full of terrible, terrifying, awful things that want nothing more than to eat you and everyone you know and love, and or torture you, and or make you regret being alive. The Guard are often referred to as the scalpel of... Oh, sorry. I will start again. The Guard are often referred to as the hammer of the Emperor, where the Space Marines are often referred to as the scalpel of the Emperor. In other words, while the Space Marines are the ultra-specialized, ultimate 10-foot-tall super soldiers, they are much fewer in number than the masses of the Guard, who, while less physically imposing and not as well equipped, are far more numerous, and usually subscribe to the Zap Brannigan School of Military Technique, i.e., throw waves and waves of disposable men until the kill limit has been reached, or in 40k's specific case, the enemy, or the Guard, are defeated. I didn't get enough sleep last night, Miss Click, but aside from that, I'm okay. I'm chock full of caffeine, and that's what's keeping me awake. Oh boy. Thank you for tuning in to my tired prattling. I really appreciate everybody. You are all the best audience on Twitch. Yes, continuing on. Sometimes, though, that determination and their numbers pull through and they get a success. Though even with all that hard work, it's almost always at great cost of manpower and limited resources. It's often been joked that the Guard wear t-shirts and use flashlights. For example, their armor and weapons, because they're just plain not as effective as the Space Marines and more resemble the stormtroopers of the Star Wars universe, dying at the drop of a hat. There is not much life expectancy when you're a Guard. You die really easily. You're one of many disposable troops. Uh, you're basically a human bullet almost. They just load you up into uh, a regiment and fire you at the nearest enemy and hope you hit. It's quite depressing. And one of the reasons why the Warhammer 40,000 universe is just so grimdark. When your own Imperium, when your own species does not value your worth as a person and just views you as another disposable resource to either construct resources, mine resources, or when you are a human bullet. Wow. Yeah, the fun. So anyway, uh, next we will look at commissars. This is Caiaphas Cain. Yes. So what is a commissar? Best I can give is a real life example, which is what happened in the Soviet army during the real time of that disgusting USSR, which is, oh, hello Kishnam, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Today is my stream about the Imperial Guard, so I just started. Yes, Cadia still stands. I will get into Cadia. Indeed, indeed. Alright, let's start again. Commissars. What is a commissar? They are basically there to scare the troops into acting on the field when they are too scared to, and shoot them if they try to retreat. Commissars historically have always been there to quote unquote motivate the troops and prevent desertion or sabotage. So they're the big scary guy or gal you don't want to piss off. In 40k, this has been cranked up to 11, as the saying goes. And if a commissar even remotely suspects treason or sabotage, they are more than happy to shoot whoever's doing it as an example and a lesson to the rest of them. Literally, decimate the soldiers in the historical sense. Kill 1 in every 10 men, regardless of guilt or innocence, hence the deca part of the word decimate, 10, or do something similar. A very common method back in the Roman Empire, and I'm pretty sure this happens a lot in the Imperial Guard as well. When you just want your soldiers to do what you tell them to, and who cares if they're afraid? You can either die by the enemy or die by your commissar's bullet. You pick. Generally, they will act. Usually, a regiment will have a commissar serving in some variety, but not all the time. It usually depends on a wide number of factors, but most of the time, where there's a guard regiment, there's a commissar. They are feared and respected among the wide mass of troops, but every once in a while, one like the pictured Caiaphas Cain or Ibram Gaunt will emerge, and they emerge to be true leaders of the soldiers they command, going above and beyond to ensure the best chances of survival for the regiment they're with. And also, I highly recommend the stories of both Ibram Gaunt, Gaunt's Ghosts, and Caiaphas Cain. They've both been published in the Black Library. They're all very entertaining reads. Caiaphas Cain tends toward the more humorous. Ibram Gaunt is extremely serious, extremely flat. So take your pick. They're both really good reads. And if you're into 40k, you can tolerate the grim darkness of it all. Highly recommend. But yes, in short, you never want to piss off a commissar. And hilariously, it's acknowledged that there are a lot of quote-unquote tragic accidents of quote-unquote friendly fire on commissars in the field. they quote-unquote mysteriously die under tragic circumstances because they're so feared. But in my mind, I tend to equate them, at least the nicer ones, which are admittedly super rare in the 40k universe, kind of like Caiaphas Cain. I tend to equate those guys more with the famed drill sergeants of the U.S. Marine Corps, super rough and strict, but with the best intentions of heart. At heart. I'm not really discussing any specific commissar. I was just mentioning a couple of examples so that people would know what I was talking about. But yes. I'd imagine there are a whole heck of a lot of incompetent commissars who don't know what the heck they're doing. But as I'm not sure as to the details of how they're chosen to become a commissar, I can only guess. I've seen it mentioned once or twice, and from one character's recollection, I think they're chosen from basic guard training, either out of necessity and or also because of demonstrated ability. But that's just speculation on my part, so please take it with a grain of salt. But I'm sure there's some nerd out there with more info on this than I have. Obviously, I say nerd with love because I'm a huge mega nerd myself. Moving on. Heavy armor. What the guard lack in physical makeup and strength, they tend to make up for with heavy armor. But as with everything in the guard, they just don't have enough of it more often than not. One of the reasons they often gain victory is not the strength, yes, of the men-women of the guard, but by the amount of heavy armor they have as backup. And thus, whenever they have the vehicles to spare, they take them on missions. One of the most famous tanks in the guard armament is called the Leman Russ, or the Lemon Russ if you're being snarky. Just don't say that around Ishmael. Oh no, Flora, I'm sorry, that really sucks. Well, you can always look at the VOD afterwards for whatever you miss, but yeah, that really sucks, I'm sorry, I hate it. Yeah, Lemon Russ. Yes. I love you, Flora, thank you. The Leman Russ battle tank, named after the Primarch of the Space Wolves chapter. The Leman Russ has a large main battle cannon and is usually equipped with hull-mounted las cannons, as well as... Aww, I love you. I love you. You're awesome. Hull-mounted las cannons, as well as heavy bolters, heavy flamers, plasma cannons, or melta cannons, depending on missions and availability. It has strong front armor, but like most tanks, is vulnerable to flank and rear attacks. So like most tanks, it definitely requires support from the guard around it. The Leman Russ is also the base model for some other heavy armor the guard uses, like the Hydra Flak tank, the Destroyer Tank Hunter. Yes, Lemon Russes are really reliable. One of the main reasons the guard uses them. So yes, the Leman Russ is also the base model for some other heavy armor the guard uses, like the Hydra Flak tank, the Destroyer Tank Hunter, the Conqueror, the Demolisher, the Eradicator, and several others that you can theoretically find or order at your local nerd store. I mean that they have in reserve for use by the guard at any time. As well as several different versions of tanks, they also have some pretty heavy artillery, like the Basilisk self-propelled artillery unit, one of the longest range weapons in the galaxy, as well as the Colossus, the Death Strike, two versions of the Manticore missile launcher, the Medusa, which is a siege cannon, and hey, they even named one after me called the Griffin, which is a self-propelled heavy mortar. Yay! I'm helping. If you want to find out more about all of these, you can search out the Warhammer 40,000 wiki, because I am not a comprehensive guide. I'm just giving an overview. Lemon Griffin. I love it. Yeah, if they ever make a Lemon Griffin, I will definitely buy one, just to make and have. I love it. So, yeah, the Lemon Russ is a good old standby of the guard. Um, Everybody who plays the guard loves them. Nice, reliable, can take a load of punishment. Um, if you play the guard, it's one of your favorite. Oh, excuse me, one of your favorite things. And in the fiction, a good old standby. Um, for light armor transportation, uh, they have the Sentinels, which are big two-legged walkers with las cannons or heavy machine guns, although they're lighter in armor than the tanks, sacrificing armor for maneuverability, which can make a big difference if you're facing a sea of orcs or necrons or tyranids or whatever else the chaos spews out into the galaxy. The Valkyrie and Vendetta are both dropship-style aircraft, primarily used to transport guard wherever they're needed, generally on a planet, um, launched from a bigger spaceship orbiting a planet. So they're armed with missile pods and las cannons with different variations depending on situations and availability of equipment, able to strafe enemies while they drop off guard and then fly away quickly, hopefully fast enough to evade enemy fire and serve another day. What kind of weapons do the guard use? The guard primarily use las rifles or las pistols or las guns or whatever weapon they're either handed or can scrape up, as most of their equipment is usually scavenged or the base minimum of what can be afforded to them. So it's actually when you're playing the tabletop RPG of the Imperial Guard, which is called Only War, which I've played in a couple of times. One of the game mechanics is what kind of equipment and what kind of resupply do you get. And you're lucky if you get useful weapons and or equipment and or resupply. It's always a roll of the die, which is kind of hilarious to me. Did the bureaucracy mess up this time? Did they send you the wrong thing? Did you get extra rations instead of the bullets you desperately needed? Who can say? Will the dice be kind to you today? Hopefully they will. Because quite often you're fighting big, scary, or numerous scary things who can all take your fire. Yeah, you need all the bullets you can get. Also, hilariously, yesterday I spilled coffee on my hoodie, and now my hoodie smells like coffee because I haven't washed it yet. To be fair, though, coffee does smell nice. Anyway, tired Griffin rambling. Okay, armor is the most basic of basic flak armor made of basic metallic alloys, but it's almost useless in the face of all but the lightest enemy weapons, leading to that aforementioned t-shirts, half of the t-shirts and flashlights joke. The more specialized heavy weapons squads get weapons like mortars, missile launchers, heavy bolters, autocannons, or las cannons, and these squads are scattered about the different legions. Usually when you're playing on the tabletop, excuse me, the one with the little plastic spacemen figurines, you'll have one or two heavy weapon squads and just like a billion guard. Our good friend Ishmael can tell you all about it. He plays guard. It's pretty funny. Usually when you're setting up, you bring out your space marine, squads and vehicles, and then Ishmael it's like pouring water out of a tap. He just pours the guard onto the table. It always gives me a laugh. I love it. Sorry you're not here, Ishmael. I love you. But anyway, uh, there are also special weapons squads that are typically 6 men and consist of specialist guardsmen trained as snipers, flamers, or demolition experts. Oh, there you go. I can see that. That works. That's good. Um, good for the guards players. Uh, one heavy weapon squad. Okay, yeah. Good, good. Good, good, good. Good, good, good. Words are hard. Um, there are also special weapons squads that are typically 6 man and consist of specialist guardsmen trained as snipers, flamers. Hello, Archangel Dawn. Welcome. It is me, SASCHA, the Griffin. Welcome. Today, your favorite tired Griffin, who did not get enough sleep last night, is rambling about the Imperial Guard. And I'm about to finish my notes, so it will become an impromptu ramble. Notable legions of the Guard. I tried to pick the more famous ones that everybody would know. So, starting off, yeah, more sleep redeem. Yeah, that's a good one. We should get that. Ensure your VTubers get enough sleep so that when they stream, they're not tired and dying. Also, I had the nerve to go outside today, and now my allergies are like, oh no. Oh, thank you, Rias Car. I appreciate the hydrate and the posture check. Oh, and the stretch too. Oh. Oh, I really needed that. Thank you. Much appreciated. Alright, notable legions. The Armageddon Steel Legion from the world Armageddon, who are primarily focused on taking out orcs due to the many invasions by those green, fungoid, pesky aliens. Oh. Fire away, Archangel. I will take it. And, I much appreciate it, Raiskar. That's very sweet. It's very sweet of both of you, Raiskar and Archangel. You can't see it, but I'm toasting my drink to you right now. So the Armageddon Steel Legion are siege and attrition experts. They have a famous hero, famous hero Commissar Yerrick, known for taking out the orc warlord Thraka, or at least pursuing him, led this legion. Several regiments have served notably in events like the Battle of Hell's Reach and several wars for Armageddon, both of these causing some heavy casualties for the legion. The Cadian shock troops are famous for two things. One, coming from the planet Cadia, which has the distinct quote-unquote honor of coming from a world directly beside the Eye of Terror, a known rip in the universe leading to chaos itself. And two, being some of the toughest SOBs that humanity itself offers. The Cadian Gate is the only predictable passage between the Eye of Terror and Imperial space. So if anybody from Chaos wants to visit, it has to pass through the gate. Aww. Oh, that's very sweet of you, Archangel. Much appreciated. I am sending you much love. And that's very kind of you to say. It was very nice to get some sunlight, it's true. I probably don't get enough. So I will definitely strive to improve that. Tomorrow I'll be doing a lot of running around, so thank you. Thank you very much. So yes, the Cadian Gate is the only predictable passage between the Eye of Terror and Imperial space. So if anybody from Chaos wants to visit, hi Alosin! Welcome! Welcome, welcome on this hot sunny day. Or at least where I am, it's super hot and sunny. We have heat warnings and everything. It is super hot. I guess small blessings that I'm actually in a basement, so it's slightly cooler. But anyway. Third time's the charm. Oh, okay. Well, hey, at least we're not alone. So if anybody from Chaos wants to visit, it has to pass through the gate, and Cadia, being right there, has often been invaded. But as mentioned near the beginning of my stream, Cadia still stands. So yay, Cadia! Apparently, Cadians are also based on Canadians, specifically our reputation from World War I, where the term, I might be wrong, please correct me if I am, but where the term stormtroopers actually came from, which were the Canadian troops, because our troops were amazing. It might have been World War I, or it might have been World War II. I didn't fact check. That's on me. That is, I should have done better. My apologies, everyone. But yes, so I like the notion, at least in my head, that the Cadians were based on Canadians, hence the similarity of the name as well. And I will take it. If anybody wants to correct me, you are more than welcome to. It wouldn't be the first time I'm wrong about something 40k. I'm right. Okay. Thank you, Kishnam. Much appreciated. The Catachin Jungle Fighters, or Catachin. I like the idea of Catachin. It sounds better to me. Anyway, are specialized guardsmen coming from a planet that's almost entirely hostile for life, mostly made of jungle, hence the name, and are generally the best experts in jungle warfare that humanity has to offer. They're known for basically being the 40k version. The 40k version of U.S. Marine Corps and Army from the Vietnam-era wars, known for jungle combat. And I will switch back because these are the Legion. Oh yeah, autocorrect is the worst. The Death Corps of Krieg are from the planet Krieg, devastated by nuclear weapons and uninhabitable except for underground hive cities. They're famous for being siege specialists and always wearing gas masks, as well as resembling the Imperial German Army of World War I. They've also been speculated, according to my good friend Ishmael, again my apologies, to be entirely composed of clones, hence why they never take off their gas masks. But I don't know if that's ever been confirmed canon or lore-wise, so feel free to correct me there as well. They're known for fighting in many siege wars and against chaos forces across many conflicts, and they have a long and storied history. The Mordian Iron Guard, which I just finished reading a story about last night in the omnibus I'm currently reading, are from the world Mordian, tidally locked with its sun, which means that one half is always in darkness and the other always in light. They're known for perfect discipline and, they're known for perfect discipline and shining uniforms, deceiving enemies into thinking they're fighting amateurs, only to find out that the soldiers are as tough as the iron they take their name from. And one of my favorite legions, if only because I'm a huge fan, the Tanith First and Only, also known as Gaunt's Ghosts, are from the planet Tanith, which was destroyed by the forces of chaos, hence the name. They were led both officially and unofficially by Commissar Ibram Gaunt, who eventually got promoted and assigned a second Commissar, Hark, to take his place once his rank was too high to lead directly. They're known for their determination and excellence as light infantry and scouts, dressing in camouflage to assist their mission. And that is the end of my notes. So, let's get some impromptu rambling going, shall we? One of the things I love about the Imperial Guard lore is just how much it highlights that each Guard soldier is a regular person. They're just a regular person trying to survive in a horrible universe full... I'm not... Try again, Bragg, yes. Okay, I love try again, Bragg. I'm not doing a comprehensive guide today. My goal wasn't to be a wiki. I was just trying to give an overview. But we can talk about the Tempestus Scions. Let us look. Stormtroopers. Okay. Tempestus Scions are the elite special forces of both the Guard and the Inquisition. They have trademark hotshot lasguns and hell pistols, and they take combat to the heart of the enemy with blinding speed and deadly precision. So they're pretty badass. They have really cool looking armor, and they're a really good unit. I know that Ishmael quite often brings them out to play when we're playing a tabletop game. They're very effective. Let's see. Yes. I do apologize. Let's see. Yes. So my ramble. Hot drop o'clock. That makes sense. So as I was saying, one of the things I love about the Guard, apologies, I'm also slightly nibbling my lunch too. Wow, today is just scuff o'clock. My apologies. Is that they're basically what would happen if you or I lived in the 40k universe. Our planet got invaded by whatever. Pick a bad guy. And the Guard suddenly appeared and was like, "You, civilian, average person, here's a gun, go shoot things." And that's about all the training you get. This end points toward the bad guy. Please go shoot them now. We don't really care if you die or not. We just need more bodies. Indeed. It's not really a Dungeon Lounge stream if you don't have some kind of scuff. I think it's a well-known tradition. I've yet to see any stream that has no scuff. And really, amusingly, the Imperial Guard is just full of scuff. Everything is scuffed, ugly, used. Aw, well, thank you. I am very good at being scuff, apparently. So yeah, you can have various levels of training in the Guard. Some of them are very well trained, very disciplined, very, well, better equipped than other Guard. Some of them are literally grabbed off the street, given a lasgun, and told to go shoot things. Aw, well, thank you. We've been having a lot of fun over the past year, and I can't believe that we've been doing this for a year. It's amazing. Like, people have been watching me ramble for months and somehow love it. What? I'm still not used to it, really. Um, Aw, well, thank you. I much appreciate your love. Um, Words and sentences are hard. Um, what anime do I recommend? What? Sorry, I'm just looking. Someone asking what hentai anime? I don't understand. Um, yeah, sorry, this has turned into a bit of a retrospective. Not my intention, but I will enjoy it. Um, Sorry. Uh, oh yeah, sorry. Never mind. Um, Welcome, Cat Toon. Yes, I have Discord going. My apologies. Welcome to my stream, Cat Toon. I'm Sasha, one of 4 friendly monsters in the Dungeon Lounge. Um, we stream different video games throughout the week and do a group activity on a Sunday, typically either a tabletop role-playing game or some kind of group game, or a hangout of some variety. So welcome, and we're very happy to have you. Today I am rambling. About the Imperial Guard out of Warhammer 40,000. So, let's see. There we go. I could have sworn I turned off all. Anyway, I apologize for all the Discord sounds. I thought I turned it off, but I guess I didn't. But anyway, yeah. So I lost my thread. Great. I am scuffing it today. But yes, I can hardly believe it's been a year. Much appreciative of everybody who's tuned in. Big fan of all of our fans. Much appreciate your viewership. Let's see. Guard. Back to the guard. So, let's talk more guard, shall we? Because I'm totally... Wow, I'm scuffing. Alright, so... What about the guard? Well, they're basically your average person. But the thing about the Guard is that they all have a fervent loyalty to the Emperor. Uh, Whatever world you're from, you're part of the Imperium. And as a result, you will happily, well, not happily, but you will die for the Emperor. Because he founded the Imperium. He did all the hard work, and you have you have everything to thank. Oh, would I like to see more models of? I don't know. I'm not really a fan of any specific legion. I don't play Guard. Although I think there are lots of I think there's a few Gaunt's ghosts already. Definitely want to see more of the characters mentioned in the fiction. Maybe make them special characters. I think they're pretty great. I don't know if there's a Caiaphas Cain model. So if there isn't, I would like to see that. And more of his men too. I recently read a short story about that featured a former guardsman turned chaos soldier serving under a chaos space marine, and he was an interesting character. He had a lot of observations about, he was wondering if he'd done right by for himself by quitting the Imperium and serving chaos, if he would get his just rewards. He ended up reaffirming his decision, but it's certainly very interesting. It's a neat point of view to. It's like watching some of the more ground level superheroes in Marvel or DC, seeing the ones more close to the common person. Excuse me. Than the big important ones who are like saving the galaxy from or the planet from all the worst of the worst bad guys. I think it's important to get that viewpoint as well as the Space Marines. Because you need to know what the ground level is like. You need to see what the average person thinks. You need to get a feel for how the average person lives in the universe. I think that's really important. And I quite value it myself. Yep. Yeah. It's a viewpoint that we don't often get in fiction. And I mean, as much as we all love our big, shiny, 10-foot tall Space Marine superheroes, or Captain America's, or whatever, it's also nice to get the Hawkeye view, the guy on the street, the person hoping to make it home from work, hoping to survive the next whatever alien invasion. if you don't understand the ground level, you won't understand the whole of the world. And it's a view I've returned to many times. It's the same reason why I love ground level fiction. Um, Sorry. Uh, I. Wow, I'm drifting again. This is what happens when Sasha doesn't get enough sleep. This is not the best stream, guys. I really apologize. Um. Uh. Oh, I am so sorry, everybody. Um. Yeah, I think I think you need to get the ground level as well as the top floor because people identify more with the ground level. It even in the fascist craziness of Warhammer 40,000, the average person just wants to get home and survive the next attack. And if somebody slaps a las pistol on you and says go shoot things, you don't want to do that. And how do you survive that? Uh, how do you process what you're going through? Uh, the silliest. That's a good question. Uh, Honestly, I think the deathcore are kind of goofy. I love the idea of it, and I think it's neat to explore. It explores, the uninhabitable world, the idea that um, you're forced underground. Uh, it's a Oh, welcome back, Miss Click. No worries. I've been stumbling a bit. I'm not doing so well. Ah, my apologies for that. Um, I owe you an apology. I should be doing better. Uh, yeah, the Death Core of Krieg. I mean, that's just like, it's both awesome and silly at the same time. The idea of always wearing a gas mask, never taking it off. The speculation that you might be clones, people not sure what to think of you. Uh, the suicidal devotion to the Emperor to make up for the crimes that got your planet nuked in the first place. It's just like, they're pretty funny. Uh, it's neat the different kinds of guard that are out there. Um, yeah, happy gas mask noises. Yes. Um, yeah, the Death Corps, they really love their suicidal missions. Everything will. It's kind of like the word bearers before they turned evil. They're just like the most devoted, the most crazy. They don't care about their lives. They care about your life and making sure you worship the emperor or are dead. Because if you don't worship the emperor, you don't belong here. So that's always funny. Um, I think it's great. It's goofy, but it's also, it shows that even the base human can fight, can survive another day in the universe they live in the very hostile universe that wants to kill them and everyone they know and love. Um, that despite the universe, the very universe conspiring against them with different forces of evil and different alien species, and everybody else that wants to kill them, you can still pick up a lasgun and shoot somebody. Sly Marbo. I have to find out who this is now, because I have never claimed to be. Oh, he's a catechin. I see. Ah, so he's basically Rambo. Gotcha. I'm here for... Oh, okay. Well, thank you. Um, According to the wiki... Oh, there's a whole bunch of funny memes. Sly Marbo threw a grenade and killed 5 orcs. Then it exploded. Sly, Sly Marbo poked the warp right in the eye of terror. A catechin devil once stung Sly Marbo. After 5 solar days of agonizing pain, the catechin devil died. So the catechin devil is a famous creature from catechin that are basically that will cause you lots of harm. Oh. Well, thank you, Miss Click. I'll be honest, I've been wondering if I should, uh, even before my possibility of getting hired and getting a job, I was wondering if I should just stop these because, um, I don't know, I always find them extremely stressful. I never feel prepared enough. Um, but if people are really enjoying them, like if you guys really want me to keep going, if I do get a job, I can just pick another day and move them to later in the day. If I come home from work, and so on. Um, so I guess what I can do is, oh, thank you. Much appreciated. Um, oh, it's a YouTube. Okay, I will watch it after the stream is done. Much appreciated. But yes, let's read some more funny Sly Marbo memes because I'm already finding them pretty hilarious. Um, let's get some more hilarity. Flak armor wears Sly Marbo for protection. So he's basically like the Chuck Norris type. Got it. Sly Marbo doesn't have a shadow because he scared it off. Oh, here's funny. The stories of his exploits have grown so outlandish that Astra Militarum Command has ordered that repetition of the following anecdotes about Marbo by line troopers is punishable by immediate reassignment as Gunner Specialist Plasma, Grade 1. Oh, I guess given that plasma can explode. uh, when ambles, which is another Warhammer creature that can seriously hurt you, go to bed at night, they check their nests for Sly Marbo. The fastest way to a man's heart is with Sly Marbo's blade. I love it. Sly Marbo once shot down a Daka jet, an orc flyer. um, by pointing at it with his finger and saying bang. Nice. Oh, you wanted to learn more about Warhammer but never really had time to. Fair enough. Yes. Um, well, hopefully I'm at least helping you slightly. I get most of my info from the Warhammer 40k fandom, uh, warhammer40k.fandom.com/wiki. So, um, if you ever want to find out a bit more detailed information, there, that's where I get it from, and also my own playing, because I've played a bit too. Uh, Sly Marbo doesn't shower; he takes blood baths. Lord Castellan Ursicar E. Creed wears Sly Marbo pajamas. Who's Ursicar? Oh, Cadian person. Got it. If at first you don't succeed, you're not Sly Marbo. Okay, that's pretty funny. Aw, well, thank you, Miss Click. That's really sweet of you. I'm glad I can help out. And hopefully, if you do decide to play, and you get some figurines to assemble and paint, I will ask you for pictures. Because I like seeing everybody else's troops. I think it's really neat, the creativity that people impart onto their plastic spacemen. And I'm glad that people enjoy it a lot. That's another great thing about 40k that I love is just the sheer amount of creativity. You can basically do whatever you want with it. You can create your own legions and space marines and lore and yes, tabletop simulator. I've tried playing it. I had a lot of trouble, but I just don't really like tabletop simulator to begin with. Not my cup of tea, but I fully respect those who use it. And you can come up with your own backstories, with your own lore and legends, your own characters. You can, and you can also play around with what's there. One reason I love the lore and the stories so much is because you can tell the writers have a lot of fun coming up with the characters and the stories behind them. I think it's really cool. Yay! Oh, I'm so glad to hear that, Miss Click. When you do, definitely tag me. Definitely want to see them. And I want to hear regular reports about your games too. When you play, if you play. Yeah. Hello, Hugink. How's it going? You do exist. Congratulations and welcome. This is my rambling stream. I am ramble, tired Sasha. Just talking about why I love the Imperial Guard. That's a very good question. Generally, you pick a faction out of the Imperium or several different species of alien. The one that appeals to you the most. Nice, Higink. You assemble, excuse me, or you can buy a used army somewhere. You paint if you can, and then you buy or you use dice you already have. Oh, nice. Good job, Higink. And you find somebody to play with, and you go roll dice and move figurines and use a ruler to determine uh, uh, firing and such. There's a lot more to it, but that's the gist of it. Um, I'd recommend if you have a local board game cafe that does 40,000, I recommend you go and watch a few games if you can, or you can look it up on YouTube because I know several people have recorded their games and played them for YouTube. So that's also a very good resource. You definitely want to buy whatever books apply. Hello, Boyo, and welcome. Sweet, yeah. Yeah, I'd also recommend going to the Games Workshop website. They have overviews of, you can check out all the different figurines, which ones appeal to you. I've also been really diving into the lore. It's called the Black Library for 40K. If you're a lore person, if you like all the fluff, I definitely recommend reading that too. As I said before, the commissar stories are always great. I love the Space Marine stories as well. I'm not that big into the Chaos, but I've read a few of them, and they're also really cool. So basically, take your pick. Read what appeals to you, and play what appeals to you. And it seems all really complicated when you start, but you kind of settle into it after a few games. You get the gist of it. Yes. Also, if you like Tabletop Simulator, then as Boyo Druid said, you can definitely go try it out there too, without having to pay and assemble and paint figures. There's lots of options there as well. So yeah, I'd recommend at least watching a few games on YouTube. They're long, but they're a good way to sort of figure out if you'd be into that kind of game. And it's not for everybody. Some people try it and they find it's not for them. I kind of like it, but for me, it's a limited dosage thing. I more enjoy the fiction than I do the actual game, just because I don't know, my dice can be very touchy. um, it's certainly a luck thing as well. I've had some games just get destroyed by bad rolls and bad strategy, because it also depends on strategy as well. And each faction has its own buffs and debuffs, so you know, you learn how to work around those accordingly. I play Space Marines, Iron Hands. They're a lot of fun. I know Space Marines are basic, but I enjoy it. You can come up with your own paint schemes, or you can use the official ones. It's really, there's lots of room. Oh, Sasha? Okay, what's going on, Higink? Before I decided on Iron Hands, though, I was actually... Oh, do tell, Higink. Before I decided on Iron Hands, or rather was persuaded, I was playing my own chapter, the Raven's Claw, which was basically my own successor chapter, derived of both Blood Angels and Raven Guard. So I came up with a cute little story. And I called them my Space Canadians because I gave them red and white paint scheme. So that was fun. But then I settled on Iron Hands because I have lots of tanks and vehicles, and I love all of that. I'm not the best player, not by any stretch. That would definitely go to several other people I know. I'm a little bit... That's a great question, Boyo. No. But we always joke about it when I play. I'm a little bit afraid of... Thank you. I'm a little bit afraid of intellectual property. I don't want to step on anybody's toes. I'm not sure if I should do that or not. I don't want to get the Dungeon Lounge in trouble. But oh. Oh, very cool, Higank. That's awesome. You're far braver than I am. I played for a long time before I joined my first. Oh, thank you for the hydrate, Archangel. I don't know. Yeah. I haven't watched it. And I tend to be more cautious. Oh, good for you, Higank. Yeah, I just don't want to get the channel into any trouble with anybody. So I hope you can forgive me for that. Also, I'd have to set it all up, and I'm sorry, guys. I hope you can forgive me. Yeah. But that said, thank you. Much love. Well, thank you. That's really sweet. Higank. Much appreciated. And, yeah, it's a lot of fun. Chaos machines. Yes. Necrons are really awesome. Thank you, Higank. That's really nice of you. There's a lot to be said for the different kinds of guards and legions you can play. We can just buy our own cookies and pretend they're from you guys if you want. But yeah, you can do all sorts of things. There's all sorts of directions you can go. Yes, Krieg. I love the Krieg. It's interesting. I mean, I'm not really particular to the Guard as a faction. I think they're really cool, though. And I'm glad you guys voted for me to do them today. I just don't know, you know, I make what a thing. Yeah, the cults and militia in 30K. I never played 30K. Yeah, it is really neat. Well, you can certainly suggest that in the Discord, Higank. I don't know. Well, maybe we could. I don't want to commit to it yet. But you know, we could certainly consider it. But yes, the German World War One aesthetic of Krieg, definitely cool. It looks really neat. I'll be honest, I have been wanting to cosplay an Imperial Guard for a long time. I have not done the Praetorian Guard. I will put a also welcome Lords Belvoir. Our beaver, Lords Beaver. I think that's the correct pronunciation, right? I've actually I found this one guy on YouTube. What's he called? Um, he's got a, um, oh, what's his name? Yes, Luton09. He does a lot of great lore that I've watched. Yes. Well, thank you, Hagank. I just happen to be a fan of nice military uniforms. Um, if I if I ever do cosplay, I will I will see if I can take a picture and share it. Amusingly, on my throne, I did put a commissar, um, cosplay commissar jacket, or yeah, on my so on my throne page. Wow. So, if anybody, you know, not that I'm asking for it necessarily, but just for reference to see what I'm talking about, the commissar coat. But yes, I have been wanting to cosplay guard for a while. I love the look of the armor. Oh yeah, corpse starch. Ugh, so gross. That's one thing I don't like about the guard. That is so gross. The corpse starch, where they basically grind up dead people and make them. No, I don't want anybody to do anything for me on throne. I don't want anybody to spend money on me. I was just pointing out, just to be silly. I don't expect anybody to actually spend money. Yes, maybe your regiment is friends with the quartermaster. Wow. Tired, Sasha. I am sorry. Oh. Yeah. Corpse starch is so gross. That is completely up to you, Huggink. I for one am first to say, save your money for yourself first. Use it for your needs and wants. And because self-care is priority first. So take care of yourself and don't worry about me. I'll be fine. I don't know how to not be awkward about this. Well, thank you. That being said, yes, corpse starch is gross. I would not want to be a guard. I think there are better options, but I don't know if there really are if you're an average ground level person in Warhammer 40,000 universe, because everything sucks. Everybody is awful. There's no good people, no good guys. Everybody is a bad guy, just varying level of bad guy. It's like super fascist theocracy, and nobody wants to live in that. Yeah. You could be lucky to be born. Yeah, if you're lucky enough to get an agri world or pleasure world as your home planet, that's basically the only people that I would want to be. I mean, you could say that Tau were the good guys, arguably, I guess. For the greater good. For the greater good. Yeah. Uh, I'd be hesitant. I mean, I talked I talked about this in another stream. It's very arguable to say there are good guys in 40K because something will happen inevitably, and even like the 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 wisps of goodness tend to vanish in like the tornado of awfulness. And like everybody is just trying to kill each other all the time. Um, Everybody kind of hates each other. Uh, Even the average person. Um, I don't imagine there have ever been any like battlefield truces like in World War One. Um, any like Christmas truces. I doubt I doubt very much. Um, Everything is just kill or be killed. So yeah, I don't know. Yes, he did. That was I got a lot of information about the guard and Agra Worlds from him. I love all of his lore videos. They're quite educating. Um, I like the idea that you have different kinds of worlds. It's very interesting, although it's not good for the respective worlds because it basically destroys their ecosystems and natural flora and fauna, which is always not a good thing. Um, I'm a bit of an environmentalist, so hearing stuff like that always. Ugh. I honestly don't know, Hagank. I honestly don't know. There's a lot of lore I'm still learning. Yeah, the catechins are certainly interesting. Um, I'm really sorry, guys. I'm running out of steam, so unfortunately, this is going to be the second one. Second SASCHA Speaks. I'm ending a bit early, and my apologies for that. I just don't know how much longer I can carry this on for. um, I feel really bad about it. I'm glad you guys enjoyed what I did, though. Um, and thanks for tuning in. I know I'm very scuff a lot of the time. Um, I will try to get better. Uh, there's just been a lot going on in my life lately, and it's just really tired me out. And it's exhausting. Uh, I do love you guys, though. And as I said at the beginning of the video, oh, well, thank you, Ryskar. You're all really sweet. Aw, well, thank you. I love you all. You guys are the best. Well, thank you. Much appreciated, and I really appreciate your patience with me. Uh, I just really love streaming for you guys. Um, Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm sending out much love to all of you. This is why I love our audience. You're all the best. And I'm sending out hugs. But yes, thank you for coming to my Tired Sasha ramble about the Imperial Guard. It was much fun, as tired as I am. Let's see, what's going on? Tune in later tonight for Mal, who will be, I believe, doing Dark Souls 1. What is it? He's playing Dark Souls 1. Thank you. Wednesday is Flora. I think she said she was gonna finish Darkwood. So tune in for that. Thursday is Tactics Thursday with, I think Mal is getting close to the end of Triangle Strategy, so tune in for some more awesome drama. Yes. Thank you, Archangel. Yes, Mal is doing Dark Souls 1 tonight. Friday is Elizabeth Remastered. Dark Souls Remastered. That's the word I was looking for. Bye, Higank. Thank you for dropping in. I don't know, Archangel. Please be sure to tune in to find out. Gotcha. Friday is Elizabeth doing Breath of Fire 4 with the cute cat boy. You're very welcome, Ryaskar. This Saturday, well, Saturday is usually Licky Glock and I playing Divinity Original Sin 2. But Licky Glock is away this Saturday, and Mal very nicely bought me the cat cafe manager game, so I will be trying that on Saturday from 3 to 5, so please tune in for that. Sunday, be there is something that I don't know what is happening. Apparently Mal has been cooking up something, so yes, the pretty cat boy that you can do laundry on. Yes, I very much love Catboy. He is cute, and I want to keep him and pet him and give him treats. So yes, I will play Cat Cafe Manager on Saturday. Sunday is one big mystery that Mal has been cooking up, so tune in for that. It'll be fun and exciting. Monday, I don't know what Flora is doing, and I don't know if Flora knows either, so please be sure to check up on her Twitter for updates. And there's all of our Twitters as well, so if you're not on Twitter already, please check that out. And then back to Tuesday. It will be my off Tuesday, so it'll just be Mal streaming in the evening. So yeah. Grow flowers, maybe. I don't know. Hi, Licky Glock. You jumped in just as I'm finishing. Sasha is tired. I'm a tired muffin. I'm sorry. But yes, so again, much love to everybody. Thank you for all your patience for my tired ramblings. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for all your love. And let's see. Tired Sasha is tired. Very tired. Because tired Sasha did not get enough sleep last night. Hopefully my sleep will improve. Yes. Yes, there will be raiding. If anybody wants to spend the channel points to direct the raid, thank you, Archangel. Much appreciated. Please feel free. Otherwise, I will pick a random one because I like to bring the love to people. Yes, there is a reason there is a tired Sasha emoticon. Because I'm just tired all the time. That's me. Who needs sleep? Clearly not Sasha. I will give you a few moments if you want to pick one. Otherwise, I will pick one. Oh, okay, Ryaskar. Great. I will give you a moment. Oh, and I will put up a poll. Oh, thank you for this raid direct. I will search up that VTuber. I will put up a poll on my Twitter to vote for the next subject. Ooh, art streamer. Very cool. For the next subject of my Sasha Speaks. Not next week, but the week after. So I will pick some subjects that I either am interested in, love, or already know. And I will usually give at least one space for suggestion. And other subjects. So, yes, please vote on Twitter, and and I will do my next Sasha Speaks on that. Anyway, thank you, everyone. Please continue being awesome. I hope you all have a lovely day and a lovely rest of the weekend. Week. Words. And take care, everybody. Tune in for Mal tonight. Dungeon Raid. Yes, please give ARH Diane our specific brand of dungeon love. Take care.